Okay, thank you guys for chiming in. Say hello if you're here. Give us your name and where you're coming from. I'm in Wichita, Kansas, and I have some big news. I have a couple things actually. We have a couple things new that are happening. One is happening really soon, and so I wanted to get the word out. If you guys know me, I'm constantly just following the Lord and doing whatever he says to do or not do. And so for the last year, we have had barely any classes or anything like that happening in the ministry. We have been doing private appointments still, helping people all the time. We've done a little bit of conferences, but very little. We haven't done very much in the ministry because the Lord kept saying, just wait. There's something coming around the corner, but we didn't know when around the corner was or what it was or anything like that. And so we've been just waiting and saying, okay, Lord, whenever you want. And so I had some big life-changing stuff happen in my family. And so everything was kind of like, okay, what are we doing? What am I doing now? And so as I was seeking the Lord, I really didn't know what he would say. And all of a sudden, he just poured out a bunch of stuff that we're supposed to be doing in the ministry, and specifically me, that I'm supposed to be doing in the ministry coming up. And it was rather quickly, which kind of freaked me out. So first thing is he said that I will be traveling and doing more conferences. Well, I love doing conferences. It's been a while since I've done that, but I really love that. But the biggest thing is not the conferences, okay? Even though I know that they will be fruitful and wonderful, he has asked me to start a ministry school. And this is different than just a little class here and there. This is like for everyone who really needs to be trained up in the ministry in a way that is ministering from heaven into the earth. And so this is not just about, hey, I want to grow in my faith, which is great. Okay, you know I'm down to help with anyone who wants to grow in their walk, their supernatural living or their healing. I posted a video a week or two ago about Harmony, my friend who is doing the healing stuff through all the eating and all that, Harmony Healing, right? I hope you guys watched that. If you didn't, you got to go back and see it because she's fabulous. I'm doing more appointments with her too coming up, which is wonderful. I love doing that. But the biggest thing is this ministry school. And so if you're a person who you know that God has more for you, you know that maybe you have a ministry, but you haven't really known exactly what to do with it. Or maybe you just have in your heart that you know God has a ministry for you, but you have no idea where to go from there or how to do it effectively. This is what this is for. Think of it like seminary. Okay, this is going to be kind of like a seminary, except for it is, how do I say, a little more practical. I don't know if any of you have been to seminary, but it's one of those things that generally when people go to seminary, they go to be trained up in the ministry, but a lot of times they end up studying so much theology that their faith gets lost. This is not that, okay? Even though I say it's like a seminary, it's really a higher learning is what it is. And so we're going to be doing it in semesters. This is going to be an actual school with certification at the end. But this is something that is going to be about really getting down to practically doing it. And so finding out what your specific niche in the kingdom is, and then putting a ministry together if you don't already have it, learning how to minister effectively from the heavens in your specific role, and then walking that out. And so this is going to be, I'm going to start classes very, very soon. So I'm starting in September, but this August 28th, which is next week, I'm going to have a free class that you can join in. We're going to do it on Zoom. So you can join in. It's going to be at this time. So at 1 o'clock Central Time on Sundays. We're going to do it for 2 hours, but there's going to be homework to do that is probably another 2 hours, maybe 1 or 2 hours extra every week. So it is a real commitment. For the first class is going to be Ministry 101. And this is we're going to do them semester by semester. So we'll have Ministry 101 this semester, starting 2 weeks from now. Basically, we'll do the free class this coming week, but then you'll have another week to start the actual courses. So this is something that's a little more serious. It's not like just taking a class like I've offered before, which I love that stuff, but this is more than that. Okay. So anyway, if you want more information, I need you to drop a note. Okay. Not just in this live, but send me a private message. Okay. On Facebook, if you want, wherever, if you have my number or WhatsApp or whatever you have, get in touch with me personally. Drop a message and say, hey, I want more info. Okay. What we're going to do the next week, which is August 28th at 1 p.m., you can join in, kind of see what it's like. But in the meantime, I need you to pray about if this is something that you're supposed to do. And I'll tell you what, this is something that has, I have seen in the last month, especially. Wow, you guys, there's huge stuff that's coming. And if Father wants you to be a part of it, he will provide the way and the means and the time and the money and everything for you to be able to do it. But you need to know that you're supposed to do it. This isn't something that I want you to just go, I've decided and I want to do it. Okay. I appreciate the excitement around that and the, really wanting to dig in. But I need you to make sure that you're supposed to be doing it, and you're supposed to be doing it actually now, because we're going to offer it again next semester, starting in January. And we're going to be offering it yet again after that. Okay. And so we're going to go Ministry 101, 201, 301. We're starting with Ministry 101. We also have someone else who is really praying about if he is supposed to be releasing all of the stuff around the arts from heaven. You guys are going to be excited if he comes on board, because, man, he is so gifted. But to start with, we're just going to do Ministry 101, start with that, and really see you grow and move forward from that point. Okay, but I'm going to tell you, in this first class, the Lord had me limit it to 20 people. Okay, so if you do know that you want to do it and God is saying yes, then you have to get in touch with me soon. I'll let you know the pricing of it. Now, note, this is like a real school. This is not just a little class that you're taking. You have to take it seriously. This is not something that you just, well, if I can make it on Sunday, I'll come. You need to be committed to being there. And if you can't be there, to make sure that you do the work to get through the class. This is a big deal. The Lord has told me, I have to tell you, this is actually quite exciting. This is a really big deal. There are not just going to be people joining us in this class. We have other beings in heaven who are coming to this class and will be a part of this class. We have angels who also will join us to be a part of this class. People from the cloud of witnesses who will join us to be a part of this class. When the Lord told me that, I was so humbled and blown away by it. But I also had great confirmation, because I was just in South Africa. When I was in South Africa this last time, we were meeting in Sasolburg, and we had this small meeting, probably 30 people in this coffee shop that's wonderful called Hebrews. Anyway, we were in this coffee shop after hours doing our meeting. And to be perfectly honest, for the last year, I have not seen a whole lot of angelic activity. Now, some, yes, but not like this. When we had this meeting, there were all of these angels who came and were standing outside the window and peeking their head in the door. And I was kind of like, what are they doing? You know, why are they just standing there? And the Lord told me to invite them in. So, of course, I mean, I try all the time to invite all of heaven into what, I'm doing, no matter what. But I said, of course, come on in. Now, I didn't say it out loud, and I didn't tell a lot of people. But as I started to speak, they were really soaking it all in. And, to me, I guess because I feel like such a normal human, I think, what do I have to offer these great beings, right? I know Audrey's the one who runs Hebrews. You guys give her a shout out. She's amazing. Anyway, so they came to learn about what I was teaching. And I didn't know that until I was engaging. What we did is I taught on oneness, and I had everybody there break into twos and practice basically ministering to one another through oneness in the way that I was teaching. And everybody had a really powerful experience. It was great. But what the Father showed me was all of these angels. Then he started honoring them because they were there to learn true intimacy, and they were there for the right reasons. And so when these angels started getting honored, then Father started honoring everyone who showed up in the class by assigning the angels to them so that they could work together. And it was powerful. And I thought, wow, why would I be a part of that? And Father just said, it's because you're willing. And so when I was told that all of these beings would be a part of what we're doing in this ministry school, it's not just those beings who are there. There are tons who are there to learn too. And so if you're a part of this, expect some real encounter and some real partnering with heaven in the ministry, and not just learning to do things differently. Anyway, I just want to say that there are 20 spots available in this first class. Ask the Lord if it's something you're supposed to be a part of, because we want only the people God is calling. And I know of a couple people who have already told me, I'm in, the Lord has said I'm supposed to. And so anyway, let me know. I love you guys. I'm also, by the way, opening up private appointments again to everybody, not just ministry leaders. So if you need a private appointment from me, you probably know where to go. If you don't, there's a link in this group, but it is engagingheaven.as.me. You can book an appointment with anybody. That's also where you can sign up for this ministry school. It's called Kohen Gadol. And I'll tell you what that is. It comes from Hebrews chapter 6, verse 20. I have to find it. You would think I would pull it up beforehand, but I wasn't planning on anything that I was talking about, of course. But anyway, Hebrews, I'm looking it up for you so I don't butcher it. That's probably the best choice. Anyway, Hebrews 6:20. Yeshua has entered there as a forerunner on our behalf, having become Kohen Gadol, forever according to the order of Melchizedek. Kohen Gadol means high priest. This is what Father led me to. He said, go look up Hebrews 6:20, and you'll know what I'm doing. And he showed me that I'm supposed to help raise up high priests according to the order of Melchizedek. And so if you're like, I don't know, that sounds too complicated for me, that's probably why you need the school. But Kohen Gadol is what it's called, Kohen Gadol Ministry School. So let me know if you need more information, if you want pricing, all of that. We have an option for like a payment plan sort of thing if you can't afford it all at once. But I promise you, if you're supposed to do it, Lord will provide the way. That's what he's done for me every time. Even when I'm like, this makes no sense, I don't have any money. Father says, I will provide. If I say to do it, it's kingdom funds. So don't worry about it. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for tuning in, and hopefully I will see you very soon. Bye.